That's what our introduction looks like when I have too many tabs open, fellas. Welcome, everybody, to Dark Web Wrestling. I'm your creative host here, Frosty, although not to be confused with the Frosty of the show. Welcome to episode the very third, the Golden Opportunity is what we're calling this episode tonight, Dark Web Wrestling. Really excited to get the show started, so we're just going to jump right into it here. All right, so the show starts tonight backstage. Not in the locker room, but we see Rage Rhodes lifting weights, getting his pump on tonight, getting ready for his show. And okay, I was getting a message in the back. Sorry. So we get Rage Rhodes getting his pump on over here, and all of a sudden, Spacely walks up. Spacely, obviously, leader of Dark Matter. And Spacely says, "Hey, Rage, I've been watching you tear up these noobs all since the show started, and I got to tell you, I'm pretty interested in what you're doing. So here's the thing: I'm going to give you a golden opportunity. I know you've been looking for a faction, and tonight I'm going to give you the opportunity to join mine, the greatest faction, Dark Matter. All you got to do tonight is win your open challenge. I know you're picking the opponent. I've seen you dominate. So let's see you get to action." And with that, the camera kind of cuts away. Rage smiles as he starts pumping that iron even harder. So as the screen fades out, obviously it fades for a second, and then all of a sudden we hit that music that we all know so well, that Dark Web Wrestling music. And we see a shot of the bar that we're in. Camera kind of goes all over. There's a band in the corner playing live music. And our announcers take over. Jamie says, "Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Dark Web Wrestling, coming to you from a sold-out, undisclosed location where the rich pay thousands of dollars per seat to watch these guys and gals destroy each other. I'm excited for tonight's show. I'm excited for this first match. Tonight, we're going to have our first, as we saw last week, #1 contenders match for an opportunity to be the first ever Dark Web Wrestling mega champion. I'm so excited for this. Claire, how are you feeling tonight?" Claire says, "Obviously, I'm really excited as well. This is the match we thought we were going to get. Everyone agreed we should get. It's going to be two people who have been titans for the industry so far, for us, for this promotion, for the last couple of weeks. They've earned this opportunity fair and square through winning. Pure Garbage, he'll be there. He's on a hot streak, and he'll be taking on Mega American, a crowd favorite for the title match. I'm not sure which way this one's going to go, but let's get to the ring. So, Pure Garbage, your entrance is first. Describe it for us."
So, you hear my douchebag rock theme come up. You see my classic trash can in the spotlight. You see me kick it down like usual. But as I look up, I look into the middle of the ring. I look towards the ring. I see a table that's already been set up. I point at it, and I walk towards it slowly, just kind of, pointing to fans as I pass them, saying, "Oh, your guy's about to go through that thing. Your guy's about to go through that thing." Everybody I see, and they throw some insults at me. I throw a few back, flip some people off. The whole heel act. And I get in the ring and I start waiting.
I love it. Yeah. Awesome. So then as soon as you leave, we get this kind of pause, and the ring announcer goes, "And now everyone who's able, please stand and remove your hats as we play the national anthem." And of course the national anthem comes on, and before too long, Mega American comes out, somber, and starts waving the American flag towards the crowd, getting all kinds of cheers, obviously. And so he salutes a bunch of people in the crowd, slowly makes his way to the ring, gives you kind of the one finger point, like, I'm coming for you, brother. You know the one I'm talking about. And makes his way to the ring, salutes the hard cam as one does. And then the match officially gets underway. Number one contenders match here for the title. So, Pure Garbage, I'm going to give you control to start.
All right. Immediately, I get out of the ring and I just start grabbing tables from under the ring and I'm just sliding them in one at a time, just one after another after another. I get in, I start setting one up, and then he comes over me, starts kind of saying, "Oh, not yet." He's punching me down. I fend him off. I kind of, slide towards the ropes and kick a table for him to get some distance, get back in the ring, and then I whip him in the ropes and kind of give him a little clothesline. I guess he'll
nice.
go down.
Yeah, you gave him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you go.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, and as he goes down, I start unfolding the leg of the first table and sort of setting it up, and I go over to the other one. I put up the other one, and I start to pick him up, and then I'm gonna give him control and let him kind of dictate where we are in the ring and relative to the table.
And I missed that last part. Is he on the ground still?
No, I've stood him up. He's kind of groggy, but I'm sort of
Okay.
cueing him in to say, hey,
Okay.
let's take this somewhere else.
Yep. Yeah. So the announcers go, as you all heard last time, hard bargain for this match. This has turned into a hardcore match, which is Pure Garbage's forte, and we see he's taking advantage of that right away. No surprise there. So you turn around and you go to kind of punch him in the forehead, give him a forearm to the forehead, if you will. Like Mega America was over playing the grogginess a little bit, blocks the punch immediately, and then just starts, giving you a couple of forearms. You guys kind of share those back and forth. Eventually, Mega American kind of gets the upper hand on those forearms before, he grabs you and he whips you into the corner in the ring. You hit the corner. He goes for a splash, and he hits it. But, man, his momentum is so good, and you're kind of bent over that he jumps and goes to splash, but instead you flip him over the top rope, kind of giving the shoulder, and he goes spilling outside the ring and onto the ground, kind of down on all fours, trying to figure out where he is. A little groggy, so I'm going to give it back to you.
All right. While he's out of the ring, I'm going to finish putting that table up. I stack it on top of the one that's already in the middle, take a couple of those other tables, start leaning them against the ropes, just like,
yeah.
I'm just ready to break as many tables as possible. We got one in every corner. We got a 2 stack in the center. I go out. I roll him back in. I kind of put him off, hang his head off the side, give him the little, guillotine leg drop type deal. He's selling that. I come in and I whip him into the corner onto one of those tables. And
go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a wrestling for me. Roll body.
Body, all right. My body is +1, so we got 11. Oh.
Okay, well that will hunt. So the crowd pops, really loving what you're doing to start this match. So retain control of the match and get a momentum.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Sorry for the visual issues, those of you watching the stream. I messed it up there, but I think I got myself back.
So hold on. The commentary said this was a hardcore match, even though I had set it up last time as a tables match. What are we working this as?
Sorry, I missed your roll. Let me see it. Oh, you rolled an 11.
Am I coming through? Oh, what's happening? Is my mic coming through? I'm not getting much of a response when I'm saying stuff. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Okay, I just pulled up the stream. I can hear me on the stream, so I know it's not an audio issue.
It's me. I think I'm back. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. No, it was definitely me. Sorry about that, folks. All right, so let's pick this back up. I apologize. You rolled an 11. That was the last thing I heard. So what happens after that?
So hold on. I do have a question real quick. Commentary said this was a hardcore match.
Yeah,
but
hit
last
me.
time I had set this up as a tables match. What are we working this as?
It's a tables match. You're right. I apologize.
Okay, cool. So anyway, the last
Yeah.
thing after I rolled that 11, I had set him up in the corner onto one of the tables. I was about to go do a little running lariat at him. I kind of wanted to have a, we didn't really have a lot of time to talk ahead of time. I want to do a few broken tables that don't result in a finish, like people moving out of the way. So that's kind of what I'm going for in here.
Yep,
So,
you got the lead, so you can go ahead and describe that, and then tell me how it gets out of the way, and then we'll roll for it. Okay.
okay. I'm just saying that ahead of time, so that way, if I go for one of these and you decide
I
I'm
appreciate
winning,
that.
yeah. So I get him on the table. I step back, to just my back almost up against the tables that are double stacked in the center of the ring, and I just go run full force, big lariat towards the table. I guess he gets out of the way, and I just sort of, arm into the post. Real nice broken table.
Nice. Go ahead and roll a reel for me.
All right. It's a +0, so a 10.
Okay, well that's a good roll. So same thing. Crowd eats it up. They love what you're doing, so you get a +1 momentum and you retain control.
All right, so I'm kind of stuck in the post a little bit, kind of selling my arm, kind of got shrapnel from a table kind of over my head, so I can't do a whole lot. So my opponent has to come towards me, kind of get me out of the ropes. I think he's gonna hit me with a few things. I'm not moving control, just kind of giving him a little, offense in. What's he doing to me?
Yep. No, the good thing is when you have control, you can dictate his offensive moves as well. So you're welcome to do that. And he's just kind of following the lead. Yep. So you're good with that.
All right. I was kind of, he's not my character, so I'm kind of letting his character flares not be totally mine. But yes. So I guess he's just gonna, maybe when he gets me out of the corner, I guess he's gonna say, all right, that was my opening. So he's gonna whip me into maybe the next corner over, and maybe he's gonna go try one of his big running moves. I don't know what kind of moves he does. Maybe it's also a lariat.
He's kind of a big guy. He likes to do splashes. He likes to do like everything body weight for a bigger guy. You know what I mean?
Okay, so like a body splash would make sense.
Yeah, him. Great, perfect.
So I guess that's what he goes for. I move out of the way, and now he comes crashing through that first table, his first table.
Okay, great. Go ahead and roll another reel for me.
Cool. That's an 8.
All right, perfect. So yeah, so Mega American, this isn't really his forte. He's more of a kind of a technical wrestler. He still pulls it off pretty well. It doesn't look quite as impressive as yours does. And so the crowd still likes it. They keep he keeps their attention with it. So you can either keep control of the match and gain a +1, or you can give him control of the match and gain a +1 momentum, or you can retain control of the match.
I think I'm going to give it over to him.
Yeah. So obviously you move, he splashes through the table, breaks it. The table kind of delays and crumpling. You can tell he kind of didn't hit it quite right. And so Mega American's like, I got to make up for this. So he stands up and he starts stomping on the broken table until a piece of the table comes off, and comes over and swings it at you, and hits you and takes you down. And then, as you're kind of down on the mat, he rolls outside the ring. There happens to be a fan there, a huge Mega American fan. They're wearing his T-shirt. It looks like it's like the kid of a rich guy. He's like a younger fan, but he's dressed real nice. He's got a sign, and he's like trying to get Mega American to sign it. So Mega American grabs the kid's marker, signs the poster, and then writes USA on this like piece of table, and starts wandering, like marching around the ring, holding up this piece of table, getting the crowd to chant USA, USA, USA. And I'm going to give you control back.
All right. As he does that, I'm going to pick up the flag that he used in his entrance, and I'm going to hit him in the back with it.
Okay, great. Roll a reel for me.
All right. That's a 7 + 1.
Okay. Yep. You obviously you hit him with it. It looks good. The crowd starts booing you. Obviously, man, they're chanting USA, and you hit him with the flag. Are you kidding me? You have their attention now. So again, they're booing you, but also you can tell they're really enjoying the match. Maintain control of the match, or gain a momentum and give him control of the match.
I think I'm going to maintain control.
Yeah, go for it.
And with that, I see they're really digging this, so I kind of stomp on him a little bit. I sort of plant the flag on his back and sort of twist it a little bit, just kind of really giving good facial expressions at the crowd, really trying to hammer in those boos.
And they're digging it. Roll a work the audience for me. So roll plus audience.
Plus audience. All right. That is an 8 + 2. The 10.
Okay, perfect. So they're popping big, dude. They're going crazy. Not only do you gain if you want, you can spend one of those momentum that you gained to gain a heat with Mega American.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
All right, cool. You maintain control. Go on then.
All right. And with that, I'm like, oh, this is your real big American hero, huh? America sucks. And I spit on him, and then I roll him back in the ring. I was like, all right, let's put this fucker through some tables. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put him on my shoulder, and I'm gonna sort of attempt a running power slam into the one in the corner, and he slips off. And I guess if he's a more technical guy, I guess it makes sense for him to give me a German here, and that's going to knock over the tables in the center.
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead and roll a reel.
All right.
Yep. Roll a reel.
Ooh, that's a 3. I've got quite a bit of momentum here, so I'll bump that up.
Okay, so we'll bump you up to a 7. So the crowd pops, man. They love this move. They love this tables match. It's the first tables match in history, as we hear the announcer saying, and they go, "We cannot believe this action. Mega American standing up to pure garbage. A true American hero. The good guy in the ring is doing everything he can when everything's against him." So you gain a momentum, and you get to pick one of these things before you lose control of the match, okay?
Okay.
Option 1 of 3. I'm giving you 3 options. Option 1. Someone in the match gets injured legitimately, but it's not discovered until afterward. Option 2, you can gain a heat with Mega American, or option 3, they can gain a heat with you.
I'll take another heat with him, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So table doesn't break. Mega American though is not like he tried to put you through the table, right? But it didn't break. Is that right? Or do I have it backwards?
Yeah. He was just kind of German suplexing me out of my attempted power slam there. So he wasn't even trying to break the tables. It was just like an escape thing, and it happened to knock the tables over.
Yeah. So Mega American does that thing we see every muscle wrestler do in a singlet. He rips his straps off of his shoulders, starts just like hulking out to the crowd. Everybody loves it. He turns around once again, stomps and points at you like he's gonna slam you through the table. And so first, as you stand up, he comes and does another rolling kind of corner splash, stinger splash, as you will. You bounce out of the corner, having just stood up, and kind of towards the center of the ring. But he gives you a spear, trying to put you through the table, to pick you up, to put you through the table. Unfortunately, the Mega American is really tired. Instead of making it all the way to the tables, you guys fall just short of the tables, kind of like a spine buster, and you get control back of the match.
All right. I guess so. He's still sort of on top of me right here.
Yep.
So I'm going to take advantage of the situation. I'm going to sort of lock in a front face lock and sort of just trying to wear him down with a bit of a sort of a bulldog choke type move for a moment. Just
okay.
I hold that for a little bit, sort of eat up the crowd for a moment.
Yeah.
And it just as they're sort of getting tired of it, that's when he starts selling it a little bit more, like he's kind of worn down. So I release it, I roll him over, I pick him up, and I got him back on my shoulder, about to try that power slam towards the table again.
All right. Roll I guess let's roll a work for this one.
All right. My work is -1, so that would be a 5.
All right. So you go for this kind of power slam, but unfortunately, the ring's kind of wet. Mega American is a sweater. And so like as you go to pick him up, you kind of slip and you both fall, and it just doesn't work at all. But Mega American tries to save you. So what he does, he tries to roll you up in a small package, even though this isn't a regular match. And so the announcer goes, "Oh my gosh, Mega American's been through so much. He's just working on instinct here." As you like kick out from instinct as well, even though there was no count. You both kind of slowly stand up, kind of forehead to forehead. You know what I mean? And Mega American and you just start exchanging chops. Big meaty chest chops. Each going after each other, one up, and you get the ooh, no, yeah, no from the crowd. And I'm gonna give you control of the match here to finish us off.
All right.
How does this ending happen?
All right. So as we're doing this, I finally wear him down a little bit. He sort of slumps back towards the corner, and a smile comes across my face. I do the turnaround. I do the big dump lariat to try and finish the match on that corner table there.
All right. Well, unfortunately, instead of hitting that, Mega American at the last second reverses that, picks you up for a spine buster, and puts you right through the table. The bell rings. Mega American is our first number one contender for the DWW heavyweight the Mega Championship. Obviously, he rolls out perfectly out, just like all of a sudden hyped up. Is sprints to the back, giving high fives to everybody, waving the American flag. The actual pole that the flag was on is bent and broken a little bit, but he doesn't seem to care. He rolls to the back, and an announcer comes out, and the ring announcer sits beside you as you're kind of sitting there, maybe undoing your wrist tape or something. And he goes, and the announcer goes, she goes, obviously a tough loss there for you, Pure Garbage. What's your reaction to the end of that match where everyone thought you had it?
That was, as my name implies, pure fucking garbage. He had no business beating me in that match, and I don't think I have seen the last of him, nor has he seen the last of me. Next time we meet, it's going to end differently, I promise.
As we hear the boos coming from the crowd here, go ahead and roll a look for me.
All right. 10.
So you connect with the audience. They're booing the hell out of you. They love Mega American as the All-American face. Hate you. You get to pick one. You get to pick two of these four options. Are you ready?
Yes.
One, you can make creative book you in a match. You will do that with me privately. You can do it in the private chat whenever or in between this and the next game. Or you can do it tonight if you want it later tonight. You can do it later, but the point is you don't have to make the call now. Second is you can add a stipulation to a relevant match. It could be the match that you have me book you in, or your next match with Mega American in this case. Mega American could come out and respond to your promo, or you can gain a heat with the subject of your promo, which would be Mega American. You get two of those.
Okay. I think he's going to come out and respond to my promo. I think that's going to set up a flag match between us.
I love it. Okay, so Mega American, your music hits, and then all of a sudden, Mega American comes out and says, cut the music, cut the music. He says, listen, you're right. We haven't seen the last of each other, brother. And in fact, we're going to see each other next week because I got a little bit of free time between now and my match for the title. How about this? How about we do a flag match, brother? What do you say to that?
You're on.
The announcers go as Mega American's music hits. The announcers obviously going crazy over the announce table. Oh my gosh, Mega American taking on Pure Garbage next week, a week before his supposed title match in a flag match against Pure Garbage. I can't believe it. And Jamie goes, Claire, I can't believe it either. The only question I have about that match is what's Pure Garbage's flag going to look like? I can't wait to see it. But meanwhile, wow, what an incredible match. Two competitors going at it. Clearly don't like each other. And now we'll see him again. Lucky us for that. Awesome. So with that, we cut back to the ring where the announcer is, I believe, setting up our next match. Let me double check and make sure I'm right. Yeah. So Rage Rhodes music hit as he starts walking to the ring, and we see him coming out, and the announcer says, okay, here we are, Rage Rhodes. We heard earlier in the show, we saw some hidden cam footage that Rage is going to be taking on another opponent of his choosing tonight. If he wins this, he gets a golden opportunity, doesn't he, Claire? Claire says, yes, as a matter of fact, he does. In fact, if he wins this, he will join Dark Matter. Dark Matter right now tied for third in the standings, technically fourth in the standings, but if based on the points, but only 1 point out of first place. We're early here, so a huge opportunity for Rage Rhodes given to him by Spacely, and so we can't wait to see how this goes. So Rage comes out, he gets to the ring, he grabs the microphone, he goes, listen up, nerds. He goes, tonight, I finally get what I deserve, which is joining one of these great 4 factions here. I spoke to Spacely yesterday, and Spacely said, if I win this match, I join the Dark Matter, and I'm going to win. And you know I'm going to win because I get to pick my own opponent, and I'm going to pick the easiest, dumbest, weakest looking piece of shit in this crowd tonight. One of you rich yuppies are going to get your ass beat. Who wants it? Obviously, it pans to the crowd, and the crowd's all, people look scared. Some people are moving away from the ring barrier there. We got the gates. And finally he goes, there's the person. And Rage gets out from the ring, slides under the ropes. He goes over the barrier there into the crowd, flips over some dinner table. People scramble. And the only person that was sitting at that table, still sitting in his chair, it's an old man. I would guess, as you look at him on screen, this man looks to be about 80 years old, maybe older. He's got gray hair. He's really skinny. He's got a mustache. He's wearing a suit and tie, clearly expensive. He's got a fork in his hand, but his food is all over the place. The table is flipped over, and he says, and he's just staring at Rage Rhodes. What's interesting here is he hasn't moved out of that chair. He kind of looks like that scene in Jurassic Park when the guy's sitting in the porta potty and he's frozen, can't move. That's what this guy looks like. Rage Rhodes grabs him by the collar, throws him over the barrier, gets over the barrier himself, grabs the guy, throws him into the ring. And when I mean he throws him into the ring, he doesn't just pick him up and throw him under the rope. No, he throws the guy over the top rope into the ring, as only someone as strong as Rage Rhodes could do. Rage gets in the ring and he grabs the microphone. He goes, referee, ring the damn bell. And the referee's like shaking his head like, no, this is too far. You see him mouth the words, too far, too far. And Rage goes, it's either him as my next opponent or you. Ring the goddamn bell. And so the referee reluctantly rings the bell. And Rage Rhodes goes over to the old man and picks him up. Old man clearly kind of wobbly on his feet. Rage picks him up. Rage's finisher, as you all know, is that reverse choke slam. He grabs the guy by the shoulders to go to reverse him. And as soon as he does that, the guy grabs his arms, drops down, grabs Rage's legs, pulls him into a small package. The referee counts on the surprise roll up. 1, 2, 3. Rage Rhodes kicks out, but not in time. And the old man wins the match. Rage is beside himself. He can't believe it. The guy escapes. Security jumps in front of Rage as Rage tries to chase this guy down. Clearly, the guy is safe now because the match is over. Rage can't beat on him anymore. And so, there's just shock on Rage's face. Music doesn't play, or his music hits. everyone's kind of looking at the crowd is cheering like crazy for this old man who gets escorted out of the building. And the announcers take over and they say, we hear, first of all, from Claire, and Claire says, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Rage had a golden opportunity and he lost to what we believe is the most devastating move in all of pro wrestling, a surprise roll up, small package roll up. Rage loses. Can't believe it. And now we'll have to see what happens as his golden opportunity slip between his fingers." And so we kind of flash out. We go back to the backstage area where it looks like we're getting in the middle of a conversation here between Frankie Riot and Miqua. Miqua, it sounds to me a little bit like Frankie wants to talk to you. So he walks up to you while you're getting prepared for a match later on tonight, and Frankie goes, "Hey, Miqua, can I have a conversation with you real quick?" Miqua, you're on. Miqua. Are you there? Yeah. It looks like your microphone's muted. Yeah, try now. Oh, try now. Uh-oh. We lost him. Hopefully he's coming back. Miqua gives a long pause as he thinks about whether or not Frankie is allowed to talk to him. While we're waiting for this, we cut to a scene from last week where Frankie and Miqua tagged up to try to take on opponents. It was Frankie's second match of the night, for those of you that don't remember or missed last week's episode or last month's episode. And unfortunately, Miqua and Frankie lost after Frankie was really too beat up, honestly, to be in that match. And so, obviously, that. All right, try now, Miqua.
Hello, Frankie, my friend.
Yeah, we got you. So yeah, Frankie says, "Hey, Frank, can I talk to you for a minute?"
Absolutely. What's on your mind?
He says, "Listen, man, I know last week's match was really important to you. I promised you I'd be there, and I feel like I let you down."
Did you try harder after last match in your training? Are you doing better?
Yeah, I think it was just like, yeah, it just seems like, 2 matches at once. He goes, here's the thing. I know you got a match tonight. Is that right, Miqua? You got a match tonight?
I do.
I think it's against that. I think it's against that Richard Corbin. That. Yeah, great. He said, "You know what? I want to back you up tonight to make it up for you. Can I be in your corner tonight to help you win this match?"
Absolutely.
He goes.
And I'll turn my right hand to shake his.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys shake hands. He goes, "Man, thanks. I've had a little rough lately, but I just know, like, the two of us working together, we're going to turn this around. We're going to take over this whole place. It's only a matter of time. So go ahead and roll a plus look for me. We're going to cut a promo here."
Roll /I. My look is stats. Gotta find my stats. Okay. 2d6. Got me an 8.
All right, great. So, so the crowd loves the promo. They love the action between you two. Two faces, two good guys shaking hands. Crowd loves it. Pick one of these, okay? Creative can book you in a match. You can add a stipulation to a relevant match. In this case, it would be the match against Corbin tonight. Or you can gain a heat with Corbin.
Add a stip. Make it a tag match.
Okay. So we're going to add a stipulation to the relevant match, making it a tag match. So let's actually do that right now. Here's how we're going to do it. Frankie and you are still shaking hands. You know, you're patting him on the shoulder. Backstage, interviewer comes back and she says, she goes, wow, like, I gotta tell you, everyone's really excited that you and Frankie seem to have worked it out. You had some bumps along the way, but tonight you have a match with Richard Corbin. Anything you want to say to him before tonight?
I have two things to say. One to the fans, one to Richard. To the fans, and also to the people of this fine promotion. My papi, Lobo Loco, once told me, you cannot win every fight, but it's what you take the lessons from that makes you who you are. And to Sir Richard Corbin, I hope you can find a teammate and friend as trustworthy as I have in Frankie Riot.
And you all three kind of smile to the camera as it fades away. And then we're going to hit a quick video package leading into our next match. So let me describe that video package for you. So it starts off in space, looking at Earth, and then slowly, like the camera turns around and zooms towards the moon. And then the camera starts moving towards the moon, and we hear this really epic music playing. And then it starts to pick up speed faster and faster. And the camera zooms past the moon. And then before long, we see Mars as the music continues to build. And it keeps going further and further until we see the planet Saturn with its rings. And from Saturn, the camera just kind of stops looking at Saturn. And then before long, it starts to, from Saturn emerges a spaceship that starts flying towards the camera, and it stops. And inside it, we see a little blue man inside the UFO. The UFO is kind of like round. It's red, but it's got like a glass dome on it, right? So you can see inside. You can see the pilot, and he waves. Doesn't smile because it's clearly like almost like a luchador mask, little blue body. And the camera zooms past, and we follow it. We start following it. It starts dodging like comets as the music picks up and gets louder and louder. And it starts dodging. It gets past Mars and just dodges it. It like goes up over the moon, even though like up and over doesn't really make sense in space, but whatever. And it flies, and it lands, and it like comes into like Earth's atmosphere, and we see it head toward what looks like a map of the United States, like an artistic map, almost like a cartoon. And it heads towards the state Missouri before landing somewhere in Missouri. And then across the screen flashes, "Take Me to Your Leader." And we hear Saturn's music hit as we get back into our ring here. So the announcers, Claire and Jamie are like, I can't believe what I just heard. Our main event's been turned into a tag match, but now something completely different, as Saturn, one of the last people drafted here, will be in a match tonight against the Goon. And Saturn's music hits, and this little, I don't want to say little, he's like short. He's maybe like, I don't know, 5'4", 5'5". He's not like short, but he's shorter than most men, I guess, the average male. Comes out, and the crowd just starts cheering. He's in like a full blue suit, right, with a mask looks like an alien. It's got two antennas up. The crowd's just kind of going nuts. They love Saturn. And he gets in the ring, and he starts like doing like bizarre alien stretches. They don't look natural. The limbs don't look like they're moving in the right ways. But he's doing them nonetheless. And then the Goon's music hits. Goon, take us through your entrance.
Yeah. Heavy rock metal hits. The Goon comes out decked out in the full hockey garb. I shouldn't say full. He's got the helmet. He's lost the shoulder pads, but he still has the knee pads, the helmet, and then the goalie stick that he brings, he slaps it on the ground 3 times like a team ending their power play.
Yeah.
And he starts walking towards the ring. As he does so, he pulls from like the waistband of his short a black marker and begins scribbling something on the white hockey stick, the white goalie stick. He slides into the ring, and he's paying no mind to any of the crowd. His eyes are focused on Saturn. And as he gets into the ring, he holds out the stick as an offering to Saturn and points to his name that he's just autographed on the stick.
Yeah.
As a welcoming gift for Saturn coming to the States and coming to Earth. And as he goes to grab it, he just takes that stick and whirlwinds it over and slams it across his back.
I love it.
To the side.
Yeah, I love it. He hits Saturn with it, you meant?
Yeah, he hits Saturn
Yeah.
in the shoulder off to the side.
Yeah. Roll a reel for me. Let's see if you know your own strength.
That is an 11 minus 1 is 10.
All right, cool.
And I think I just lost a die, so we'll worry about that later.
Great. So gain a heat with Saturn and a momentum, and start with control here. Crowd's booing the hell out of you. You're beating up this little alien with a hockey stick. The match hasn't even started. The crowd hates you already, Goon. Let's see what you got.
I pander to the crowd. I do like get the volume up to the crowd as I walk around as Saturn is like gripping his shoulder, trying to gain his bearing. Pretend or like acting like the boos are cheers and is trying to just boo this man, boo him.
Yeah.
As he turns around, he doesn't realize that Saturn has gotten up and delivers a drop kick to his chest. He takes that momentum as he falls back off the ropes and then just does a running clothesline to knock him back to the ground as hard as he could. And then begins to just boost up the crowd again as Saturn gets up. And then he just helps Saturn up, and he just starts pushing him into the corner before pandering back to the crowd again.
Nice. Roll an audience for me. Let's work the crowd a little bit with this.
That is an 11 again, so 14.
Yeah, man. Nuclear heat right now. You're just coming in, you're beating up this little alien, pandering to the crowd instead of paying attention to your opponent. So if you want, you can spend a momentum to get a heat with Saturn. Or instead, you can bask in the moment and gain a momentum.
I'll spend a momentum to gain the heat.
Yep, love it. You still have control, big guy.
Yeah. I'll turn and face him and begin throwing punches, hearing the crowd start counting, and I'll count with them. And as I go for that 7th, and right as they go to say 7, I give a knee, and I just do a wag of the finger to the crowd.
Oh, boo, dude.
I then take him, Irish whip him. I'll like bring him across the ropes so that he's now center of the ropes. Push him off this back, throw him to the other side. As he comes back, I'll just do a pickup power bomb to throw him down.
Awesome. Roll a body for me.
Switching up dice was poor choice. 6, which I can't remember the breakdowns now.
6 is bad.
6 is bad. We'll spend a momentum to bump it up.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, crowd still into this match, loving what you're doing. Either keep control or gain a momentum and give up control.
I'll gain the momentum I'll give control and gain a momentum as I go back to pandering the crowd, turning my back on Saturn, thinking he's done and out. I'll even do like one boot on his chest.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. So Saturn, true underdog babyface, as you can imagine. This guy is an alien costume wrestling you. And so he really plays up to the crowd. how injured he is. Rolls to the outside. Actually uses a member of the crowd's arm to help himself up. Hugs the guy, gives him the peace sign with his 2 fingers, and then he sees another person. He gives them a hug. He starts moving a little faster. He sees the next person. He gives them a hug, and now all of a sudden he's starting to get energized. Sees another person, gives them a hug and a peace sign. All of a sudden now Saturn's feeling energized, so he just runs into the ring, slides under the rope. You're standing in the middle of the ring, can't believe it. He runs past you, hits the ropes. You spin around, but not fast enough. He goes past you again. You spin around, and as you spin around this time, he just comes for a full leaping clothesline that just takes you down right away. The speed and momentum catching you off guard, threw you off your balance, and he just all of a sudden just goes up to one of the corners, peace signs with both hands. Crowd's going nuts. He gets down, once again starts running. You're still on the ground. He actually steps on your stomach as he goes, kind of a callback to you stomping on his stomach earlier. Hits the rope and then does a backward kind of handspring and lands on you, belly to belly, and tries for the cover, but it's only a 1 cover. You kick out after 1, and he kind of jumps off you athletically and spins around ready to fight as you kind of work your way back to your feet. And I'm going to give you back control.
Okay. As I get to my feet, gripping my stomach, I even use the ropes to push myself up, just holding the side.
Yeah.
And I just start yelling, "Peace was never an option. Never an option."
Yeah.
I'll run at him with another clothesline, but seeing it coming, he'll duck real quick.
Yeah.
And I will use some of my athletic capabilities and stop. And as I go for the clothesline and he ducks under, I come back with an elbow, knocking him in the back of the head as he tries to turn around. And then as he starts stumbling, we'll just start pushing him back into the ropes with more just punches until he's at the ropes. And then I'll do one of these and then clothesline him over the rope and into the crowd.
Yeah, give me a body.
9.
All right. Crowd's eating it up. He goes over. It looks good. He's so small, but he's really athletic and agile, and he just sells the hell out of the move. Makes it look like you threw a rag doll over the ropes. Splats onto the floor. Kind of grabs his stomach and is kind of reaching to the crowd for help as he's laying there. Again, you can maintain control, or you can turn it over and get a momentum.
I will keep control this time.
Yeah, go for it.
And as he's laying there reaching out to the crowd, I'll grip the top rope, crouch down, and then with that momentum, use it to jump over on a crossbody onto him laying there.
Yeah.
I think he rolls out of the way at the last second, so I just slam down onto the ground. And I think there's just a few seconds moment of the two of us just laying there, him gripping his head, me gripping my stomach, as the two of us fight to get back up onto our feet. I'll roll into the ring and just kind of lay there staring up at the ceiling as I wait for him to get back in, just giving it a moment.
Yeah. Roll a heat for me.
Okay. 6, 7. I have 3 heat with him currently now, so 10.
Yep, cool. Crowd is eating this up. You're laying there, gassed. He's laying on the outside of the ring for a second, trying to work his way up. We hear, "This is awesome," chants start to come from the crowd. Gain a momentum and retain control.
Okay. Giving him the moment to get into the ring, I slowly get to my feet. He gets in quickly and begins to run off the ropes again. This time, trying to do the flying shoulders. The first flying shoulder, he connects, and I just stumble back, but I don't fall.
Yeah.
He lands on his feet, runs past me. I turn. He bounces off the rope, does another flying shoulder into me. I drop back. The third one, he gets up. He runs to the rope, jumps, and this time I grab him and fling him back like a reverse DDT, but arm over, slamming him into the mat. As he's laying there, I'll quickly grab his leg, and I can't think of a hold specifically.
Single leg crab?
Yeah. And I begin working that leg to try and slow him down.
Yeah, roll a work for me.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sorry, I was getting a note in the backstage. You said an 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So he's selling it. He's kind of like, doing the whole like grabbing his head, reaching out, and even like reaching out to the ropes with his like peace sign because he doesn't know what to, he's just like screaming. And then crowd loves it. He slowly works his way to the rope, grabs the rope. You get either momentum and seed control or keep control.
I'll cede control here, going to the 4 count and arguing with the ref.
Yeah, good.
So as you start 4 counts, I don't know if we're doing that.
Yeah, totally 4 count. Yep. So for those of you that may not watch wrestling, classic rule in wrestling we're going to cover here because Goon I can't believe it took us to the 3rd episode for this to be a thing. But here's the funny thing about wrestling is you can break most rules up to a 5 count. And so technically the Goon here, being the heel, is supposed to let go when our little masked hero grabs the bottom rope to break the hold, but not disqualified unless the referee counts to 5 and you still have the hold. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You let go and you say, "I got 5," and you start talking to the ref. And behind you, Saturn grabs that bottom rope with both hands now and like kind of rolls over onto his back and just like starts pulling towards the rope, trying to use them to kind of secure him from you. Clearly he's a little shaken. He keeps pulling himself closer and closer to the rope until he's under the rope. And then he uses on the outside on the apron, uses the ropes to kind of stand up and kind of get his legs again. But as you turn around, Saturn has an idea. And so Saturn decides to springboard off the top rope and bring another clothesline to you, which rocks you to the ground. Surprisingly, Saturn lands on his feet, and the crowd just starts going nuts. But Saturn's not one to slow down, so he turns left, goes to the other rope, bounces off of it, and brings a leg drop down on you. And then kind of rolls over and starts giving peace signs to the crowd again as you kind of roll over in agony, and I'll give you back control.
Okay. As I roll there in agony and he gives peace signs, I'll slowly get to my feet. But this time, there's been a lot of look of amusement and almost having fun. At this point, though, the Goon's face just turns sour.
Yeah.
He's now locked on to Saturn. There's no shenanigans to the crowd whatsoever. And he stands there and he slowly gets up. And as Saturn turns, Goon launches himself into the clothesline he calls the slap shot, flipping Saturn in the air. And then as Saturn lays there, no jokes, no giving him the chance to recover as he's done this whole match. He grabs that leg, tucks his and pulls it forward, grips his arms around his face and puts him into the penalty box as he pulls hard on it as he can.
Yeah.
He goes for his finisher.
Nice. So go ahead and roll your finishing move for me here.
That is an 8, but I'm going to spend a momentum to bump it up.
Nice. Can you read your 10 plus for me? I can't find your sheet on my phone.
I hit my finisher clean and I gain 1 audience.
Yep, that's okay. Perfect. So yeah, obviously perfectly executed. Pin him 1, 2, 3. The alien doesn't move at all. You've killed him. For now, no aliens were harmed in the making of this show. And the crowd loves it. Your music hits instantly, and you start celebrating. But there's a microphone in the corner here of the ring. Clearly, you had intended to say something after this match. What is it?
Oh, man, there's a part of me that just wants to say he's so pissed he just walks off.
Yeah.
He'll grab the mic. Grab the mic and he'll sort of pace while Saturn is laying there. Looks to the crowd, brings it to his mouth, brings it back down, paces a little bit more, and then just chucks it aside and begins stomping away at Saturn.
Oh, nice.
And I think, and I don't see if I don't have like a move specifically for shoot, but that's kind of what I'm going for.
Like an actual shoot move?
Probably not. Just really
Yeah.
working that, like, it got closer than he would have wanted.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a reel for me.
7 minus 1 is 6. We'll use another momentum to bump it.
All right. Okay, so people see you stomping him in. The crowd starts booing. And like, I know you weren't hitting him for real here, but you are hitting him pretty stiff, because you're really trying to sell it here. And so, I'm gonna let you pick one of the following 4 things as these boos rain down on you. 1, you could injure Saturn IRL. 2, it's 3 options. Sorry, your opponent loses an audience because you break the illusion of them being an alien. Or 3, you gain an audience as everyone sees that you're a legit badass.
I'll gain an audience, and as the finishing touch of this, I'll slide out of the ring, grab the stick that I had hit him with, and just throw it on top of him as I leave.
Yeah. Music hits, crowds booing you. A bunch of medical personnel from a local medical facility come out and start tending to Saturn. Although when they get out there, you just go to the back, crowd's booing you, whatever. You don't even look back. And the medical personnel go out there, and we hear Claire go, "Oh my gosh, that was a scary performance there from the goon. I can't believe what we're seeing." And now as we see medical personnel coming to the aid of Saturn, it's his first day on Earth, and this is what he's been put through. And Jamie goes, "Well, hold on a second, look at that." And the camera starts zooms in, and all the medical personnel are trying normal things they would do, but none of them are working because it's an alien. And so they're all just kind of doing one of these, I don't know. So they just bring out a stretcher, well, we'll figure it out later. And so Claire goes, "Well, Jamie, it looks like they're going to take him to a local science facility to try to get this figured out. Meanwhile, thoughts and prayers to Saturn and maybe his family. I don't know. Do aliens have families?" and Jamie goes, "Well, I think everyone has a family, Claire, except for losers. So I would guess that he does have a family." And with that, the announcer comes to the ring. There's we didn't notice it before, but there's this green stuff where Saturn was laying. It looks like maybe it was a little bit of alien blood on the mat. So clearly, you beat him pretty bad. And with that, the announcer says, "Hey, it's main event time. Tonight's main event is a tag team between." We hear this British music playing, and Sir Richard Corbin comes out, giving the British flip off to the whole crowd, telling everyone how terrible they are. And then his music stops, and Miqua, your music hits. Goodbye, Goon. Miqua, your music hits. Walk us through your entrance.
So I will. So my music again. It's that frenetic. It's almost circusy, like carnival. It's just happy, high energy, lots of vroom kind of energy to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I will actually. This time I actually will have it spliced with Frankie's music as a backbeat to it as he comes to the ring.
Uh-huh.
This is my partner for this. I'll also do Cheap Heat as I call to the crowd, and I yell to them, "People of St. Louis, I love your show, Defiance. Let's show this stuck-up Brit what Defiance truly looks like, eh?"
So the crowd starts cheering. Go ahead and gain a momentum. But the announcers say, "Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't know why you said that city name. That's not where we are. This is an undisclosed location." And then Frankie's music hits. And oh gosh, Frankie's way too big. Look how big I made him. Frankie's hulked out since he was last on the show.
Frankie, you want those roids?
Why does it keep doing that? That's so funny. Anyway, we won't put Frankie on, but Frankie shows up to help you. And so now it's the two of you and obviously Richard Corbin. But Richard Corbin has a mic in his hand and he says, "Hey, I know I heard earlier, your call for me to get a partner." He goes, "And I got one all right. And I got one from my faction, John Face Smasher." And John Face Smasher's music hits. And he comes out. He's a big, bulky guy. I don't think we've seen Face Smasher before.
No, we haven't.
But oh, here we go. There he is, John Face Smasher. He big, strong, muscular dude, wearing like boxer shorts almost, ripped as hell, short brown hair, tattoos all over, as you can see. And he, hey, there's Frankie. He enters the ring and he points at you. He, obviously, you get a smug look on Corbin's face. Feeling like he's really showed it. And we hear Jamie, "Oh my God, that's John Face Smasher. John Face Smasher is one of the most legit badasses on this planet. He is a mixed martial artist. He's a former Olympian wrestler and a former bare knuckle boxer, all wrapped into one. Rumor is that he takes a lot of steroids because we allow that here, and he is coming in angry." And with that, the bell rings for our main event. And Miqua, you start with Control.
Who is my opponent in the ring?
You tell me. Who do you want?
I think we'll probably start with Sir Corbin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we're gonna start with a classic circling your opponent, sizing them up, watching how they move. Once I've got Sir Corbin facing my corner, I'm gonna go for a shoulder tackle straight into like a solar plexus, and then follow it up with an uppercut. Pull him back before there's any chance of collusion on my side in the middle of the ring.
Okay, great, perfect. Roll a body for me.
Slash R 2d6. It's thinking. It's thinking. Oh my. It is still on roll 20.
Oh, I heard a noise.
Yeah. There we
Hey,
go.
gave you an
Got me
11. It was worth the wait. So the crowd pops as you nail this move. Retain control of the match and gain a momentum.
All right. As I have my opponent in the middle of the ring,
Yeah.
we're going to start with my patented. Keep going.
Yep, keep going.
Is it still me or is it? Okay. So I'm going to
It's
start
still
with
you.
my
Yep, keep going.
voice Rex that we all know as the scurry of blows as I just hammer away at his solar plexus.
Great.
Once
Go ahead
that's
and
gone
roll.
about,
Nope, you're good. Keep going.
after I do that for about 20 seconds, I'm then going to get onto the turnbuckle, and I'm going to do a flying body drop, which is known as the Shadow Tail Slam.
Okay, great. Roll a body for me. Seven. All right, looks like you got a 7. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, it's still thinking. I
Oh,
can't
5.
realize. There we go. That's
Yeah.
a 5. But
Yeah.
I have moves and momentum.
Yep.
Actually, I'll take a botch.
Okay. So you go for your move, but you and Richard haven't really worked together a ton, and you and Richard are also kind of the same size. As we both know about Miqua, you're used to working against bigger wrestlers, so it kind of messes it up a little bit. Luckily, Richard is able to kind of clean up the botch a bit, and makes it look as best as he can, but he kind of rolls out of the way, and you kind of trip, and he rolls over and tags in John Face Smasher, who steps over, does the classic push the top rope down and steps over it. Big dude. He's probably like 6'5", 6'6", IRL, build at 6'8". And he comes in and he just kind of like swings his fist over and just like bonks you on the top of the head, knocking you down straight onto the ground. Then, decides to show some strength. So he picks you up for an overhead body slam. You sell it real well, grabbing your back, kind of screaming. He picks you up and like throws you towards the corner. You bounce off your own corner, and he starts pointing at Frankie. And finally Frankie reluctantly tags himself in while you kind of roll out. So we get a few minutes of John and Frankie just kind of going at it back and forth, but mostly John is controlling this match. The entire time, the announcers are kind of telling the story of this match, which is that Frankie Riot, who was supposed to be the top guy coming into this company now, is feeling some pressure. He actually hasn't won a match yet. And even worse, he's dragging down the young upstart, Miqua, with him because Miqua hasn't been able to win any matches that he's working with Frankie on. Who knows if these two can turn it around, but it's going to be a tough match tonight against Face Smasher and Richard Corbin should he get back in the ring. So Frankie gets beat up. He's dragged to the other corner quite a bit, taking a lot of damage. But as John is... What's that?
Is he in my corner or is he in their corner?
Their corner.
Oh.
But after a bit, John is able to kind of duck under a punch that Face Smasher throws. Good thing about Face Smasher, if you're his opponent, he's a little slow. And Frankie runs and dives towards the corner, tags in Meekwa, and Meekwa, you now have control of the match. Face Smasher's kind of in his own corner, facing you. It's all yours.
All right. So Face Smasher and me in the ring.
Yep, you and Face Smasher.
Okay. And I know he's slow. I know he's big, which is what I love in an opponent. So
Yeah.
we are going to do the secondary version of Scurry and Flows. The Scurry, as everyone knows, is when Meekwa is standing still and just trading blows with the opponent. The Dre is where Meekwa uses all the ropes to bounce and do clotheslines as he bounces from rope to rope and stays out of their range.
Nice. Go ahead and roll a work. Roll a work for me. Thinking.
Come on. Come on, roll for Papa.
A 6.
That is a 6, which is not good. So I will spend my momentum to make it a 7.
Okay, great. So yeah,
I will spend it at a 7.
even though there was everything kind of goes well. There was almost a botch there, but you two covered it well. Looks like you and Face Smasher are kind of figuring each other out. The crowd's starting to get into this match a little bit. They're kind of buying into this underdog story. Go ahead and you can either keep control of the match or gain a momentum and give up control of the match.
I'm going to keep control of the match, and I am going to hot tag.
Okay, great. I think hot tag's a roll, right?
So
I'm looking for it here. Yeah, go ahead.
Page 247.
What'd you roll?
All right, so
it's
I rolled,
2d6 plus heat.
And do we ever figure out what my math was with Frankie?
It's unless you have something else noted, it's 0. Come on, dice.
That's an 8 to give Frankie.
Yeah, he gains a momentum.
Gain momentum. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, they're not. Great. So Frankie's actually going to take a momentum and give you back control of the match. Tell me what Frankie's doing to Face Smasher here.
Oh, Frankie, because he is small and wiry, much like Meekwa, is running the ropes and just whereas Meekwa does like a very gymnastic style, Frankie's more like doing like 100-meter dashes at Space Smasher, like runs into him, elbows him in the chest, bounces off of him, and just keeps cycling that as we just keep, because we both know our only way against this guy is to chip at him.
Go ahead and roll a body.
All right.
Is it the 8 there? Or is it still thinking? Oh gosh, it's a
Oof,
2.
snake eyes.
Do you want to take the botch or use the momentum?
It wouldn't do any good. So I'll take the boss because momentum will go to a 3, and like what am I gonna do with a 3?
No, it goes up to the next one. It takes a
Oh, oh,
botch.
oh.
It takes a botch all the way up to a 7 to 9.
Then yeah, we'll send momentum to do that.
Okay, go ahead. So you can maintain the mat. You can maintain control or take a momentum and seed control.
Retain control, and we'll see if Frankie can hot tag me back in.
Yeah. Let me. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so Frankie. No, it wouldn't be Frankie. It would be Face Smasher has control. He's gonna actually just barely avoid what's going on, and he's going to barely avoid some of the moves happening to him. Rolls over, makes a tag to Corbin. Corbin and Frankie go at it, and like Frankie keeps trying to hit moves, but they're not quite working. He's getting countered everywhere, and then finally is able to make a hot tag to you. So go ahead and roll a 2d6 for me.
All right.
Just because NPCs don't roll dice, so I'll have you roll it in his place.
Also, I can't.
Come on, not a 2.
Come on.
A 7.
7. I'll take it.
All right, you gain a momentum
Right?
and control, so go for it.
And it's a Corbin in the ring.
You got Corbin. Yep.
So I'll start with saluting him with a salute. I will dodge his shoulder tackle as he throws at me because he's now mad that I'm mocking him.
Uh-huh.
And as he shoulder tackles me and fails, I'm going to grab him and do a snap suplex.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get ready and I think try for the Yark submission.
All right.
As I go into the master walk, I yell Yark to the crowd.
Yeah, cool. Roll of work. Come on, dice. There we go. Something I heard 8. Is that it?
Yay!
Nice. So yeah,
So I
crowd
can
loves
actually
it. You
spend
gain.
them on.
What'd you say?
I can spend momentum to make that the next level up, right?
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah, so that will be a finishing move, hitting you on a 10 plus.
Okay, great. The crowd pops, man. They love this. They love like the story you're telling. Huge fans of it. They're really into it. They're hoping Corbin will tap. Of course, he grabs the rope before he taps, just barely though. But you retain control and gain a momentum. Go ahead and take us to the end here.
All right, so I get audience. And oh, that's not enough punishment for you, Mr. Corbin. I stress the Mr. part.
Uh-huh.
Your titles do you no good on state soil. And that's where I go and go for the Shadow Tail Slam again and go for the pin from that.
You're gonna what? I didn't hear you.
I'm gonna do the Shadow Tail Slam, which is a drop kick from the turnbuckle. and then go into the pin from that.
All right. Go ahead and roll a body for me.
Flash. 2d6.
Come on, dice.
Give me an F of any kind.
All right. 9. Did you say you're using momentum? Or are you staying with the 9?
Not this time around. I'm staying
Okay,
with a
good.
9. I don't have any momentum left.
All right. So you hit the move, you go straight into the pin. 1, 2, kick out by Corbin. Hopefully you're checking my notes because I told you who wins this match. And then you can either gain a momentum and give up control or keep control.
I'll give him momentum and give him control.
All right. So you stand up. Can't believe that you've lost. Corbin is laying on the ground. You go over and tag Frankie in. Frankie goes over and picks up Corbin, but the ref was checking on Corbin this whole time. The ref looks around and says to Frankie, no, you got to get tagged in. You got to get tagged in.
We did tag
And so,
him.
yeah, so you start arguing as well. Go ahead.
Frankie, come back again.
And the referee says, no, he's got to tag you in. So Frankie kind of wanders over to you to tag you. But Corbin, small package pile up. 1, 2. Frankie kicks out and then finally makes the tag to you. As you take the tag, you get in the ring. But Frankie's just like, hey, man, I'm sorry. He's grabbing you. You turn around, and right as you do, you get Sir Richard Corbin's finishing move, the Queen Elizabeth, which is really, kind of similar to a flatliner. He goes for the pin. Obviously, Frankie jumps into the ring to try to help. Face Smasher jumps in the ring at the same time, clotheslines the hell out of Frankie. The referee counts 1, 2, 3, and we hear terrible British music play as once again Frankie Riot has cost Miqua a match. Crowds booing. Everyone's chanting Miqua, Miqua, Miqua as you're just kind of laying there in disbelief. Frankie comes over and he's just apologizing to you over and over again. He can't believe it.
I'll take the mic to cut a promo.
What'd you say?
I'll take the mic to cut a promo.
Yep, go for it.
It's okay, Frankie. We lost this one match. But as long as we keep trying and fighting, we never lose, truly.
Yeah.
I'll hold up in the air and like wave around, kind of just like as a solidarity sign.
Yeah. Roll a look for me. Come on, dice. Come on, dice. That's a 6.
Come on, Tim. So that means I'm cutting a promo on a 7 to 9. I'll make Creative book me in a match.
Okay, great. So yeah, you use momentum, bump it up to you use your look 7. All right, so you can tell me the match after the show here. But the crowd starts cheering as you and Frankie shake hands again. You raise Frankie's hand as if he won the match, even though he didn't. The crowd's cheering for you. Frankie gives you a hug, and that is how the show ends. So thank you, everyone, for watching Dark Wrestling Episode 3. Episode 4 is coming next, and then after that, we'll crown it our first ever DWW champion, unless things go haywire in between now and then. So we'll see. But until next time, watch more wrestling. We'll see you then.